Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've spoke on here, but I live in apartments, they make too much noise, so I was like, I'm gonna have some noise in the background, but I want to talk today. How are you guys doing? I do these makeup tutorials, really, it makes me feel better, it makes me feel productive, makes me feel overall great. It makes me forget about everything that is going on, you know what I mean? Anyways, if you want to see how I created this look, just keep on watching. So first I'm gonna start by carving out my eyebrows and keeping them natural. I'm gonna use the Cover FX Power Play concealer. Just gonna dab a little bit onto my hand, just a little bit. I'm gonna use a concealer brush and then I'm just gonna start to carve out. But it still stays very natural because today that's the look we're going for. So now whatever's left of my concealer I'm gonna use on my eyelids to even out the tone. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the 𝒮𝒗W eyeshadow palette, Matte Cocoa. And in the palette with a large blending brush, I'm gonna go into this shade. Now with a flat brush, I'm gonna get into this shade and I'm just gonna pack that on to the inner corner. With a small blending brush, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And I'm gonna apply it as if I were applying the way I would apply a wing liner, so kind of in this direction. Now I'm gonna use a flat liner brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And I'm going to just dab that onto my lash line. And as you can see, I didn't go all the way in, just went a little over halfway. I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just gonna smoke that out. Now I'm gonna go in with the 𝒮𝒗W brown liner, and I'm just gonna use that liner right on my lash line. And now I'm gonna go in with a makeup wipe and just wipe off. So since this is a no foundation look, I do want my face to be extra moisturized and glowy, no dry patches. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into this Tree of Life Vitamin C Serum. And I already applied some of this before this, but as I just wiped some of it off, I'm just gonna reapply it. So now I'm gonna prime my face using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. What I like about this primer is that it really moisturizes as well as primes the face. So when I do this step, I don't necessarily moisturize other than with my serums. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back in with my Cover FX concealer and I'm just literally going to apply it everywhere that I see redness or bumps or anything, especially on my forehead. I have like a birthmark, so I'm gonna try to hide that. And then right here underneath my eyes where I have some discoloration. I always have redness around my cheeks, but I'm gonna let that show today. Some discoloration around the lips. I'm gonna highlight my Cupid's bow. Like if my veins are showing, I'm so light. I'm gonna color those in a little bit around my nose. And now I'm gonna go in using the Monda Studio stippling brush. So now I'm gonna go in with a cream bronzer and I'm gonna use the Chanel Universal Bronzer. And I'm just gonna use a small kabuki brush. Apply that everywhere I would normally use bronzer. So now to blend the bronzer, I'm going to use my sponge and I'm just gonna dab right on top of it lightly, and it'll just kind of blend that product into the skin so it can kind of look like skin, you know. Now I want to conceal a little bit more underneath my eyes and my nose area. So I'm gonna go in with the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer, and I'm really going to just focus that right underneath my eyes, just because the other concealer is a little bit more sheer. Just want a little bit more coverage, not like Shape Tape coverage, but just like a little bit more than the Power Play. And if you can see, I'm not using a super bright concealer. I'm kind of using like a shade I would as like for foundation. It's not so bright. Just kind of going over extra spots that I really feel like I need the coverage. Like I said, here I get really red, so I'm trying to cover that a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just kind of pat that into the skin. And then whatever is left on the sponge, I'm just going to go slightly over that bronzer and just kind of continue to melt it in and blend it into the skin. And now with that stippling brush that I used earlier, I'm just going to wipe it off clean and just kind of pat it all over. Just kind of trying to blend in and soak up any excess product. Just because this isn't a full-on foundation look, I just want it to look as natural as possible, but still as flawless as possible. So now I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Liquid Glow, and I'm just gonna apply some of that on the back of my hand. And this is in the shade Perla, and I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, slightly work it into the skin. So now I'm gonna go in with putting on Spritz by MAC. It's like a cream blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and pat that onto my brush. Yes, that looks wild. But I'm also going to pat it on the back of my hand, any of the excess product. Okay, and now I think it's safe. Just gonna pat that right on there. Very natural look. For this look, I want my eyebrows to sit a little flatter than they do when I apply the gel. So I'm gonna go in with pomade. I mean, there's no rules in makeup, right? So it'll come off. Since I don't have any clear soap bars, I'm just gonna go ahead with what I do have. And it's hair anyway, so. But I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Brow Gel in clear. Just kind of shape my brows as I would. I'm dying for eyebrow lamination, guys. It's time. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into my pomade. Just like a water-based pomade. I'm almost running out. This stuff really works, guys. And I'm just gonna apply that to the back of my hand again. And just kind of go in with a spoolie. Just grab some of that product. And just brush my brow hairs up with it. So you see the difference between this eyebrow and this one. The one that has a pomade. They like really go up. And that's the look we're going for. I mean, obviously not that crazy, but you just brush it. And then to cover any bald spots on the brows, I do go into the dark brown Anastasia. It's the lighter shade. And just kind of fill in any of those gaps. Just going in an upward motion. This brow has way more gaps than the other one. So now I'm just gonna set underneath my eyes and anywhere that I do shine throughout the day. So now I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna work that right at the outer corner. Now I'm gonna go into the KKW Beauty mascara. And so now, since I want to be a little dewier, I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu Rose Water Facial Mist. Yeah, now it like made everything so luminous. I'm gonna go into Makeup Forever Aqua Lip 25C. I'm gonna go in with the NARS lipstick in Tatiana. So it's like this bright reddish orange shade. Every time I go in with red lipstick, just always feel like I'm missing blush. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. And this concludes this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next tutorial. Bye guys!